It's the Convo, guys, and we say welcome again.
Welcome.
Thank you so much for joining us. If this is your first time on the show, welcome to the Convo. My name is Tabitha Williams. I'm your host on the show, and I have my co-host in the house as well. We have Nifemi Peace.
Exactly.
Exactly. And we have Debbie in the house as well.
Hi, everyone.
All right, straight to our topic for today, which is a very delicate one. What we are discussing today emanated from a post on Facebook. The person who posted this story had the opportunity to be in the hospital to donate blood to a pregnant woman in delivery. Okay. But as it turns out, delivery process, vaginal delivery was not going smoothly, was not going to happen. And the medical personnel were considering CS. And so speaking to the husband or the family concerned, you have to sign consent form, you get, in the hospital. But the husband refused to sign the consent form, the CS consent form, and that was what brought about this issue. And after the back and forth, they eventually did the CS, but they lost the baby.
Wow.
The baby the baby died in the torso of sign the consent form, don't sign the consent form, and the pregnant woman, the one that was in labor, she's alive. I believe ill and earthy, because after the story and should I say the feedback after that, more like the backstory that the person that posted this dropped, she didn't mention if the woman is ill and earthy. But what she did mention was that because of the lengthy period of vaginal labor before going into CS eventually, the doctor said the woman might end up being paralyzed on one side of a body. And this story, it got a lot of angry response and comment from people, men, women out there, including the person that posted the story who went to the hospital to donate blood to save the woman's life. It got a lot of angry response from people, like, why would the husband delay signing the consent form? I mean, also following up on the story, the woman who donated the blood, because she was the one that brought the story out there, said that the husband made a statement that their financial plan did not include CS, and he went ahead to further tell the wife, who was laboring, that other women are doing it. Why can't you bring out the child on your own? And the laboring woman was going to even sign the consent form herself. But the husband instructed that she should not sign the form. So this passed a whole lot of negative message. It gives a whole lot of reactions from people. It tells a lot about the home they were coming from, the marriage between the husband and the wife, the relationship and all that. And it brings the question, why should you as a woman put your life in the hand of man? Well, you say insecure man in the life of a man. I will just leave it at that. So I would really want us to talk about this and talk about the medical side of this story. But before we go into this, I would love to hear your opinion, your view about this story. Maybe I should start with Nifemi.
Okay, so I don't even know where to start from.
You can start anywhere.
Because, this is life. So, first of all, I would say, well, we don't know they bring up what happened in the past, the relationship between the husband and the wife. But no matter what, this is life.
Yes.
And I think this has to do with his mentality or his belief. I think there are a set of people that they don't believe in CS.
Yes.
Every woman should give birth as the Hebrew women in the Bible.
I actually thought we had gone beyond that understanding of that mentality. We had grown. We are more exposed.
So actually, I don't see this as money issue. Fine, it's possible that from onset there was no complication and the man is rest assured that okay, the baby is healthy, the woman is healthy, and they're going to like maybe doctor have even assured them that of course she should be able to give birth on her own. That's possible.
Vaginal delivery could have happened, but in this instance, following up the story, it was said that the woman, as much as she was trying to push out the baby would turn ready to come out, but before they say push, no, as in labor, the baby would turn into a breech position again. And you know, when we are talking about breech position, you cannot give birth in a breech position. I can't really talk much about that, but at some point we'll get a medical practitioner to talk about these aspects.
So my point
CS at that point became very essential,
important.
very
so,
important to save the mother and the child.
Some people they knew ahead that
this might
it's CS, don't need to stress yourself. So I'm saying that maybe they didn't prepare for it. It's fine, right? But then financially, God bless you, they didn't prepare for it financially. They already hoped that with the state of health the woman should be able to give birth by herself. But now it has happened, and it's an emergency. I believe that a man in his right senses to save the life of your wife, this is two people's life, like two people that you cannot create
on your neck,
like on your neck, and you're still insisting that no. Even if money was the issue, I want to believe that even if you have nobody except God, you have the ability to go all out to save their life. Like even if what happened eventually happened, let's say okay, you went all out and it eventually happened, people will look at you and say no, the man tried. But you waiting that long, no, that is what do I want, a level of when you are not emotional, you don't value life.
Yes. And not just any life, someone you married and is giving birth to your child.
Even
you know, we are talking about
legally.
money, and at first I thought, could it be money?
No.
Could it be money?
It could be fear because the money might, like like this.
This is huge.
It's huge, right?
I'm thinking, is it at what point, I don't even know where to
ask anyhow.
Like, was it like the baby has died and they eventually did CS, or they later agreed that okay, let's do CS, but and after then the baby died?
I don't have the full story, because this story, it came online through the person that donated blood for the woman. The woman was losing blood, and still the husband refused to do CS. And eventually, that's all I know, eventually they went for the CS, and when they did the CS, the baby was brought out dead. The baby didn't survive.
Obviously, he didn't sign it, even for them to have done it, maybe at the point of trying to save the mother's life.
Yes.
I don't know. And I remember the woman said in her post that, and now she's in one corner waiting to regain energy because of the blood that she had given, hoping that her blood will not go to waste. And the husband is also in one corner. The husband that refused to sign the consent form was in a corner crying. Now the brother of the woman that labored had to come all the way from Lagos with police to arrest the husband.
Of course, they should arrest him.
Yes.
Because he played with the life. He was too lenient
with life. Like life.
The life of his wife.
But this situation, because recently I saw apropos doctor's video about CS or consent form, things like that. So it was like in a situation like that where the woman is still saying she's still in her right mind, that in such a situation they don't need the consent of maybe the husband or any other person. She herself on the bed can make the decision.
But the story said you said it now that the man told the wife.
I mean, yes, the husband told the wife
that
not to sign. And that's why I said it tells it gives us a background view and insight into the home where they have come from, into their marriage. From that marriage, you would you come to the conclusion that the husband is the boss and the wife is like
dictatorship,
like a dictator in the home.
That's the word.
Like in Kotoba Solabege, the wife had no say. But even beyond that, it speaks of the men that I don't know that we are that are out there, that people are, that ladies are getting married to right now. Because I'm very sure that for him to have the boldness, the effrontery to perform that act, to do that in the hospital,
yes,
it would have been there from the beginning.
Inside?
Yes, it would have been there. The wife must have seen something before getting married. These vices are always there. These acts, they might be subtle, little, but they are always there from the beginning. So it tells a lot of it. I don't know. It tells you that you should what's it called? You should
as
look.
A lady.
I mean, as a lady, you should look well before marrying. Look at him well, studying him well. He might not start acting wrongly now, but in a little way it will be there, and it will play out in the end.
Yes,
and that's just we can actually say, I don't even know how to even say this. Okay. But then you know the place of a woman should submit to the husband. A woman should
forget that one. Which kind of submission is that? Submission at the point of death. You are playing with my life.
No,
you are playing with my life.
As a woman, who do you submit to? Like, who do you submit to?
As a woman or as a wife?
As a wife.
As a wife.
Who do you submit to? Like, wait, I'm making a man the Lord over my head.
Like, trusting that he will make the right decisions for us.
Every time. And you're submitting to a fool.
See, that point
permit me to use that word. Like, because
what if the wife had died? What if it was not only the baby that got lost in this issue?
This man will remarry.
Of course he will marry. Life will go on.
And he will do 1 year Thanksgiving, 2 years Thanksgiving, 3 years Thanksgiving.
He will remarry.
As a married,
and he will get married again.
After going through all that stress as a woman, laboring for long, losing blood, getting someone to donate blood to you, and you eventually lose that child because your husband will not sign the consent form. Will you forgive such man?
Can I ask a question? Never. So why didn't the man donate the blood?
Maybe their
blood. Well, I don't know. Maybe their blood group.
You went their cousin. No, you come blood.
No, you come kimole.
Me like pants matter. So we come back blood, like.
Oh my.
Like body, gonna understand. A little. Like a little drop of pain and inconvenience that the woman have to go through. It's just inappropriate.
And then
this is telling some people this is a serious and emotional situation. I'm so sorry to hear about that, about the family, especially the woman. She went through all that, all 9 months or 10 months for some people. And then it ended this way. So this is just telling some single people out there,
look well,
please be intentional about your partner.
Exactly. And I would like to come in from another hand when she's done.
Little things. There are some mindsets that you would have known that this person
don't say you can manage it.
You can change it.
No, don't give second chance. This is not about writing off someone. This is not about not forgiving, but there are some mindsets that you should watch out
not
for.
Condone at all.
There are some people, sorry to say, they still believe that my wife must use this mortar and
pestle
to make
in this
pepper.
Modern age.
In this modern,
well, if you can do it, it's okay. But for me, I think that is slavery.
But it shouldn't be like a priority. Like a man is telling you that, this is how it's.
And I think that also brings up that thing. Would lead me to, before you get married, there are some questions that you should ask yourself.
Yes.
Get your understanding of some certain concept about life. It's very possible that from the onset, before marriage, the husband is one that does not like CS and does not want his wife to go through CS. There are some men like that.
Now,
they don't want knife to touch their woman's body at any point in life.
Is there anybody that
nobody loves it?
Nobody. But when
it comes to life and death.
So, but you have to do it. And then also, I think it's time to debunk that idea of if you give birth through CS
you are lazy
and I
woman.
give birth through vaginally,
you are not
I'm stronger than
that
you.
I gave birth vaginally, I'm stronger than you.
Or you are not woman enough.
You are not woman enough.
No, that mindset. Even if that mindset exists.
There's this part I actually want to say out to our audience out there, especially the women, wives, please, there is a place of preparing ahead. Even if you are 100% LD before delivery, prepare ahead, prepare for the worst. So that's, this man, it can be out of fear. How do I want to pay the bill? And it's not thinking well. out of shock and everything.
But
So you get,
not
and can
thinking
be
about-
out of fear that he might lose his wife. And now, see the way men think,
so
it's
he
funny.
was thinking that he might lose his wife and didn't want to go through CS that could make the pain lesser. And I don't know. I don't agree with your point.
So
out of fear
like,
that he might lose the wife.
That he might lose
that
his
could
wife.
not make him take the right decision.
Think well.
By watching the wife go through pain.
And
go
another
through
thing
labor
is,
pain.
if it was finances, let's say just finances alone, as a woman, be prepared. Like financially,
even as a family should be prepared.
As family,
pregnancy takes 9 months.
9
months of preparation.
It's a long time to prepare
when you are
for.
pregnant, you should be prepared for giving birth vaginally and giving
with
birth
CS,
with through CS,
even
because
aftermath,
anything
even
could happen.
aftermath,
and aftermath.
And
be
aftermath,
prepared for
you should be
it.
prepared financially, be prepared emotionally, be prepared medically. Go through all the options with your medical
and prayerfully
practitioner.
also.
And
Don't take prayer out
yes,
of it.
prayer is
Prayerfully,
essential
because you're bringing a life.
I don't think the financial part, like, let me use your logigi.
Yes.
They should have been prepared for both. I mean, whichever. I remember when I was going to deliver our child, our first child, and it came late. It was going to 42 weeks, and I had to be induced. And I got to the hospital. I was induced early in the morning. The first inducement, the pill, the drips I was given, and nothing happened. I didn't feel any change. And then they had to induce me the second time. Once I was induced the second time, our doctor had to go outside to speak with my husband. I did not even know at that point in time. It was after the delivery and everything that my husband told me that the doctor had called him outside, out of the ward, and inform him of the possibility of CS if the second inducement does not spur labor, does not you get. So that is preparation. And you know, my husband did not say, we did not prepare for CS, so like we will never do
at that point,
CS.
what is the solution?
Cover her with the blood of Jesus.
The solution.
Yes.
Why praying and trusting God?
Yes.
I know there are religious beliefs, even cultural beliefs, that do not agree with CS, cesarean section. They do not agree with going under the knife, especially delivering via CS. They do not agree with that. But
is it about agreement now? Saving
about
lives?
saving lives. I wanted to ask that same question.
Should come first. And then even outside of that, if your faith, your personal faith, does not strongly attached to that belief or doctrine, why hold on to it?
It has to be you first.
What
do you want?
What do you want?
I mean,
how do you feel? Do you want to be comfortable? Do you think your faith can make you go through the normal delivery? If your faith is shaking, my dear, immediately let them do what they have to do.
And then it also tells the point, because a lot of persons were coming from that point. Some of the responses we got, I'm not sure we were able to take them up because we had a lot of responses. We had lots of responses rather. We're talking about a woman needs to be financially empowered.
Yes.
And some person came from the point of view of as a woman, you should be prepared for all things. That's why you should have your own money.
Everything.
Let's say the husband cannot afford this CS, emergency CS that came up now. I have money. Let's use my money.
Exactly.
Because we're talking about my life.
Your life. Yeah, you're at risk here.
A woman should be prepared at all costs.
Yes. So generally, I think black women face a lot of issues when it comes to pregnancy. There was a time I was doing research and I saw that. When I saw it, it caught my attention, and I read several stories of women that faced a lot, not even in Nigeria alone, but black women. That thing is so strong with black women generally. So, situations like this is just to call other single ladies out there to action that, okay, this has been happening based on history and the data that are available there online. So, you should do better. Try to watch out.
In preparing for your own family, for your future.
If you are getting married, do it strategically. And when it's time to get pregnant, be strategic about it as well. I know that our culture, something it's God that gives children. Children are blessings. Yes, they are blessing from God. But you know, the way you handle your blessing also matters. Pregnancy is a blessing.
It's a
if
blessing.
You are not prepared
There are so many persons that are looking for pregnancy.
So
this is even beyond financial. Now look at the case that we just read now. I'm not sure it's about finance.
Yes, I don't think it's about finance.
In mindset.
But they are not prepared. They were not prepared.
They were not emotionally.
They were not prepared
Emotionally. Somebody was saying that if you are pregnant, be prepared for whether vaginal or CS. And this, if you are well prepared, it will help you to recover quickly. If you are prepared for vagina and you later had CS, you know, you don't know how it is to recover, might be difficult. But if you are prepared in 2 ways,
just imagine this case whereby it was an emergency, just this labor story, not new, and the doctor was like, okay, you have to go through CS. And the husband said, okay. The wife said no, and she does not want it.
Okay.
And in the midst of waiting for blah 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 blah, I think maybe she fainted or she was just unconscious. And to save the, to save her life, not even the baby, to save her life the husband had to okay
the CS.
She was not conscious, and it went through. Everybody was fine, baby was fine, the wife was fine. When she got all back and she was conscious, she was like, what happened? She noticed the scan. You can't imagine. She filed a divorce immediately.
She filed for divorce.
Yes,
because the husband decided to save her life.
And she said she didn't want it.
She didn't. I don't know. I mean,
that's another
the only thing I can say to this, and Tolori Onifila.
So that brings us to the point that couples should decide, sit and decide, and ask
questions. Get their understanding about life, different concepts. Make sure they agree.
Not the mentality of your husband, not the mentality of your wife. You get so that you can be prepared for the worst. Nobody prays for the worst, right? But then
you have to be prepared.
What if it happens? What if
would happen?
Can you do this? Can you do that? Okay, what if you don't have an option? Where do you think we can run to? So the both of you will be on the same page. Obviously, this couple, the both of them, they are not on the same page.
I mean, they were never on the same page.
They were not on the same page.
Before we go to our first guest ever on the show, who is a medical doctor.
Yeah,
and she has a lot to say about this issue.
Okay.
Let me just read few feedback that we got from our viewers out there. It would really be bad if I don't take some of them, although we can't take all. So this person says, so angry. You see that most men out there don't really care. They are just out there to to FCK and blame the lady for conceiving. And the ladies, after knowing the type of man they have, they themselves wouldn't work towards either working to save something substantial for either normal delivery or CS.
Wow.
And the person also said, I have one that stayed in the hospital for 9 days after discharge.
9 days.
Because her husband couldn't pay up 100,000 naira. It was a good Samaritan that came to check on her sick dad that cleared the bill. Do you get that one? Another person, this one is long. This is my area of job.
Okay.
If need be, I would scream it aloud to all ladies and women out there to be saving up before or immediately after deciding to have a baby. At my facility, we have done lots of charity CS. In this present time, we will even reduce the cost of CS to 250,000 naira for those that could not afford the normal price. Which means 250,000 naira is not the normal price. They discounted it for those that could not afford it. This is more like slashing the price in half. Can you believe that some husband won't be able to deposit 50,000 naira before a surgery operation? And there's a lot. This person said a lot.
Now, what was the plan for the normal birth?
If they cannot even deposit 50. And so this response is just it's more like it supports the need for a woman to be financially empowered or to be financially prepared.
And the family
to be financially prepared. Yes, for yourself and for your family. Do you get to that? Anything can happen. Any emergency can come up, to be financially prepared. So because of our time, all right, we are going to be bringing in our first guest ever on the show. Yes. Are we not
First
happy?
guest, like first guest.
Yes, first guest ever on the show.
Woo!
She's a doctor, and listening to this story or reading about this story, she also had some things to say.
Okay.
So, welcome, Dr. Mojere Shallom. Thank you so much for joining us
You're
on the show
welcome.
today.
Thank you. Welcome.
Okay, Dr. Mojere Shallom is a medical doctor in the United Kingdom, specializing in public health. She has just finished her master degree program also in public health.
Hi, thank you so much for having me. It's actually a great honor to have to speak on matters like this. Thank you so much for having me.
So thank you once again, Doctor, for joining us. So you have heard about our story for the day. What is your take on the story?
Okay, so I just went through the story now, and I can say that a lot of things are actually wrong. From the fact that somebody is having to give blood to a dying person, to the fact that the husband did not agree. Well, I feel like a lot of times it is religious matter that makes people act like that. But the truth is, I am saying a lot of things are wrong because the hospital could have gotten consent from the woman herself. If the woman is conscious and can make decision and nothing is wrong with her brain, then she can sign herself that she's ready for a C-section, a cesarean section, and they don't have to wait for the husband's decision because that is her body and that is her life. So legally, she's accepted to sign for her own C-section to give birth easily. So a lot of things are actually wrong. So I feel like the hospital should be, I don't know, if it's an elective C-section in which maybe they knew that, okay, that was actually going to happen at the end of the day. Maybe there are actually complications along the pregnancy that has indicated that this woman should actually have a C-section. Probably the baby is big. Probably the mother is diabetic. Probably the mother had previous history of tear and she's preventing another tear. Probably she just doesn't want to go through the pain. So if there has been discussions from the antenatal, meeting with the midwife, then they should have known that a C-section is required. And if they know a C-section should be required, probably there's a case of preeclampsia, or there's a case of the BP getting high, or the urine too much. You understand? A lot of issues actually. And they feel like, okay, what is required or what should be done to be a C-section? That should have been known before that time, before the due date. And if that is known, then the blood type for that woman should be ready. They should not start from looking for somebody to donate blood. In a standard hospital, actually, the blood should be ready. And aside that, the woman has the capacity legally to sign by herself if the husband is saying no. That, okay, I'm going through a C-section and that is what I want to do. And they can take authority from the woman and not wait for the man, instead of putting both the woman and the child in great risk. Because there is something that should be constant that we should look out for: an healthy baby and a healthy mother. So if that is compromised, then something is wrong. So whether it is SBD, that's the natural birth, or the CS, the aim and the goal is for us to have an healthy baby and a healthy mother.
Wow. That's amazing.
Okay, so doctor, my next question is this: how safe is CS, cesarean section? How safe is CS? It's as simple as that.
So I would say generally, cesarean section is considered safe. But the truth is, there is no route to giving birth that is easy. Whether the natural birth, that's the SVD, or the cesarean section, there are risks associated to each route. For cesarean section, there could actually be blood loss. It's considered that there is more blood loss compared to the natural birth. There could be blood clots, especially when the blood travels through the lungs. There could be infection on the incision sites or even within the uterus. There could be, for the baby, there could be little damage. Like when trying to bring out, there could be like scars, though that is actually very rare. There could be issues with further like pregnancies that is going to come later. There could be issues with the placenta later, like, you understand. There could be actually a lot of risk associated with C-section. That's why it's probably done where it's always done when the advantage outweighs the risk. Do you understand? Like probably when there is distress, or the mother has given birth before and has had tear, maybe a third degree tear, or there's a case of emergency, like probably there's a preeclampsia, there's IBP, and they just need the baby to come out. And if the baby does not come out within a stipulated time, it could result to death of the mother and even the baby. So it's something that actually should so it's considered safe only when it's actually done by people that understands what they are doing. So there are modern technologies now, and it's much more easier compared to before, because it's actually 7 layers of the stomach that is about to be cut open and stitched back. So it's not a child's play and not a minor surgery. It's a major surgery. But if it's actually done by people that understands what they are doing, then it's considered safe. Then the healing process might take a bit longer because it's like a major wound trying to heal up. Do you get that? So yes, it's actually considered safe with prayers and with the right hand, like people that actually know what they are doing. So if you are considering a CS, it's better you go to somewhere that you are sure they know what they are doing, not just any hospital.
Okay.
Wow.
Thank you for answering that. Okay, so my next question is about the implication of delaying CS.
Yeah.
What can you say are the implications of delaying CS? Just like our story today, or what can you say are the implication of delaying CS
yes.
in a situation where vaginal delivery is not possible, is not looking viable? What are the implications of delaying?
So lastly, situations like when the placenta is blocking the cervix, or when the baby is in a breech position, or when there is compromise with the mother's health, probably high blood pressure or preeclampsia, or even other severe complications with the mother, or situations where um, the child is in distress, maybe after trying to labor for a while and the baby's heartbeat is already dropping and there is distress, and even lots more, then CS should never be delayed or compromised. If it is, then it could lead to uterine rupture, and that can actually lead to the death of the mother as well as the death of the child. It could lead to, when there is already water breakage, it could lead to infection, severe infection. It could lead to a lot of blood loss. It could lead to the baby getting more tired and then leading to stillbirth. It could lead to the mother dying and not being able to push out the baby because she's stressed. It could lead to much more complications, actually. When CS is delayed, the end result most times, because there's a reason why CS is considered and asked to be done. So when it is delayed, it could lead to death. And especially, some reasons why CS can also be delayed could be that maybe they are still trying to get the maternal information. Probably that was not the hospital that the antenatal was done, and they were still trying to gather information. So it could be delayed, but it should never be delayed beyond control, because it could lead to death of both the mother and the fetus.
Wow. Thank you so much, Doctor. We really appreciate you for joining us on such short notice, and we hope you will answer us again when we call again. Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your day. And so that's it, viewers out there. I mean, it's really been...
This is the one they used to call Eleyi Gidigan.
Hot. It's hot. But aside from laugh, gist, I mean, sharing stories is a serious one. We're talking about real life. So if you are out there, you are yet to make that decision of a partner, a marital partner, as a male, as female, is something that you should look deeply into.
Yes.
Sit your partner down, have that conversation,
ask questions,
deep-seated conversation, ask questions. I mean, there's a word like pick each other's brain about concept, about ideologies, and get to know each other better.
Yes.
And if you see those red flags, in your partner, male or female, is something, don't continue with it. You can, you can get another partner that will be good for you, that will be good for your children.
Yes.
And I think that way we can save ourselves a whole lot of stress. And don't forget financial literacy, financial independence, financial empowerment as a woman is very, very important. And above all, CS, vaginal delivery, none is greater than the other. Life is essential, and that is what should matter. So that's it for today, guys. Thank you so much for joining us. Do enjoy the rest of your day.
All right, so we actually like to appreciate our partners.
Yes, I almost forgot that.
we don't have to forget that. And we're appreciating our partners. Thank you so much. Thank you for partnering with us. Thank you. It's a lot, and really appreciate it. Collect kits. And don't forget to subscribe. Abi now.
Yes, so subscribe and hit that.
That's what like you used to say. Hit that notification button. Yes, it will help us a lot to grow and get to more persons that need to learn these things.
And before we even actually go, let's just say this also. Ladies out there, you're listening to this, you have single friends, you have even the married ones. Just share this link and let them learn also. And if they have an experience to share, they can also share with us.
Drop in the comment section.
Yes.
Thank you so much. So do enjoy the rest of your day. Bye. Bye.